I'm guessing you want to fly around in Guild Wars 2 with a not dragon, but maybe you've heard it's a pain in the booty to get, and you're looking for some guidance. Say no more, I've got you covered. First and foremost, this is the Secrets of the Obscure method. There is an older way to get them, but that's not the route that I went because I'm impatient and my not dragon had to come home literally ASAP. For this, you'll need a few things. First, a level 80 character, and own Secrets of the Obscure expansion. Now that we've got that, you'll need to actually start this DLC, and you have to be a level 80 to do so. You need to play the story through the Hell Breaks Loose quest, which is the second chapter in the DLC. This will unlock the zone for you and the mastery lines for that DLC. After that, you can just stop right there and grind out your Skyscale if you'd like to, which is honestly what I did. And you might be a little confused because when you started the story, they literally just gave you a Skyscale, but you can only use it in the actual Secrets of the Obscure zone. So what we're working towards now is unlocking it so you can use it anywhere. Before I take you through these steps, let me assure you, you only have to do this once to unlock the mount everywhere. Just get it done, and every character you make ever again on this account can be on a Skyscale right away. You want to visit the Skyscale trainer once you have all of those prerequisites done. The trainer is located right near the Skyscale Racing, and they're named Skyscale Trainer Deanne. They're near the Beacon of Ages waypoint in the Wizards of Ascent in the Skywatch Archipelago, which is the Horn of Maguma area, which is just the Secrets of the Obscure area. Once you talk to them, they'll give you a quest/achievement that has 7 steps and is called A New Friend. The first objective being find an abandoned Skyscale egg. As you fly around the Skywatch Archipelago and the Amethyst area, you'll see different empty nests with abandoned eggs in them. Just keep interacting with them as you find them until you actually get one. There is a Reddit post where someone was kind enough to mark the locations for them on both maps, which I will link in the description in case you want to speed up the process. For me, it did take a bunch of tries to find one, but on the bright side, there is a finite number of eggs, so you will eventually get one. After that, you'll have to go back and talk to the trainer. And this is where things get really fun, because they're going to give you 3 tasks that have their own set of things in order to accomplish these tasks. It's basically egg infusions, growing comforts, and saddle materials. You need to complete each of these and complete the flight training mastery line for Secrets of the Obscure. Once you do all of that, go back and visit the trainer, hand it all in, or you can hand it in one task at a time if you'd like, and by the end of it, you will have your very own Skyscale. This is all listed out under the achievement A New Friend, which is located under Horn of Maguma in your achievement section. I'd suggest toggling them to track when grinding it out, as it does make it easier to see what you have left, as well as just quickly accessing the achievement itself. Now that we have the general process out of the way, let me give you a few tips as someone who just went through all of this. The meta events are a great way to level up your mastery, learn how to use your Skyscale, and are honestly just fun. So don't miss out on those, especially once you're trying to do that last mastery level. You'll need faction tokens for the Growing Comforts achievement, and you'll also need specific currency from the events in the area. Once again, meta events help, and also the smaller faction events. I did find that doing events in Drockner's Light was great for the static charges currency, and doing tier 1 rifts was great for the getting fine rift essences currency. And I honestly found it was easier to find groups doing rifts in the Amethyst area than in the archipelago itself. You can get faction tokens at specific faction vendors. However, the faction token itself is universal, so it doesn't matter where you buy it from. Every major hub for each race has one, as well as Lion's Arch, and then there are just others floating around the map, which you can find an entire list for on the wiki. When you're looking at your map, if you hover over the vendor icon, they're typically labeled as faction vendor for ease of finding. It's important to note that mainland/OG hub area faction vendors typically just have a weekly limit of how many you can buy. whereas the ones in like Secrets of the Obscure have a once per day limit per token. So it is worth to start investing in those now so you'll have them when you need them. You'll also need 12 charged quartz crystals eventually to make 12 pieces of Skyscale food, which can only be gotten once a day at a hero point for 25 quartz crystals. I personally liked going to the Drummond Priory hero point at the Drummond Priory waypoint because it was easy to get to, and I literally just had a friend drop me off there the first time I did it. So you can alternatively buy the Skyscale food that you need those crystals for from the trading post, but they're like 3 to 4 gold a piece on average. So if you're rich, I mean, go for it. If you're not, just grind it out like the rest of us. Basically, the whole process of getting a Skyscale, if you're super diligent, should take roughly 12 days or less if you've got the cash and the faction vendor tokens already purchased and you want to speed up the process. It's also fun to note that there's an entirely different achievement questline for the Skyscale after this one that I haven't even dived into yet because I'm not emotionally ready for that kind of grinding. Hopefully this helped get you ready for your very own journey into getting a Skyscale in Guild Wars 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!